Hi, we have Chinmay Kealramani with us,
Hi.
and he is one of the youngest pro cyclists in I don't know whether in India, but obviously in Pune. And yeah, Chinmay, if you want, you can share our live
Yeah,
to
I think I will
from
do
your
that.
profile. You just go to Pedal Pal page.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, go to Facebook,
Okay.
go to Pedal Pal page, and from there you can
And done. Awesome.
share. You can share.
Yes.
Yeah, you just
done.
tap the share button. It will be coming on your profile.
Awesome, that's done.
Okay, so let's have a small walk.
Yeah, sure.
You want to walk here?
Not a problem.
It's a fantastic place in Pune. I mean, Kiel, do you do your fitness training here? Or-
Actually, I don't. I do a lot of it at home.
okay.
And when you have off the bike conditioning, a lot of that is done in the gym. Yeah.
Okay, and but your gym is quite far from here. It's around 15 to 20 kilometers.
It is, but I mean, I do have access to a few other gyms as well.
Okay.
Of course, I visit Multifit very often. Fantastic equipment over there.
Okay.
And trainers are very helpful over there.
Okay.
So yeah, I go there. But I mean, honestly, compared to the time I spend on the bike, which is most of it is on the roads and some of it indoors as well.
Okay.
So off the
So
bike
you
is honestly not
you
much.
train most of the time on roads only.
Depends on the season. Now
Depends-
that it's
yeah.
monsoon, I will spend a lot of time indoors. And yeah, for the longer rides, the more quantity specific rides, I will be going outdoors for those.
Okay. And tell us about your journey. I mean, how did you start your cycling, and why cycling only?
So I think this started back in late 2015, I believe,
Okay.
when I had so the society I used to live in earlier, one of my friends had a very fancy bike. I think it was called a Schwinn. So
Okay, yeah,
a very
Schwinn.
fancy bike, and I used to really like that bike. It was a hybrid; it had really comfortable suspension, so I really fell for the bike. And I thought it was one of the pro bikes, and I had asked my parents to get me one of those as well.
Okay.
So they did, and that's when I found this local cycling group.
Okay.
And over there I had.
Which was your first cycling group here, local?
It was a local shop in Viman Nagar.
Okay.
I think it was called Pro Bicycles or Pro Sports or something like that. And I had, they used to go on these local weekend rides, you know, these 20-30 kilometer rides. And my first ride was from Pune to Lohegaon.
Okay.
It's roughly, Lohegaon was...
Lohegaon, ne? I
Yeah.
think Lonavala.
No, Lohegaon.
Oh, only Lohegaon.
It was, no, sorry, Viman Nagar to Lohegaon.
Viman Nagar
It
to
was
Lohegaon,
15
okay.
or 20 odd kilometers 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I was toast by the end of it because
Oh, is it?
I had never ridden that much in my entire life, like
But,
20 kilometer to 20
but the
stretch.
other day, I mean, the day before yesterday, you did a Pune Baramati race. It's 120 kilometers. So,
Yeah.
it was a Cycling Federation of India race.
Yes.
It's a national, and I mean, all the elite riders were there. So, from 15-20 kilometers to 120 kilometers.
It's been 4 years. I have been training
Right.
quite a lot, and I mean, after that, I had got the access to the number of Chaitanya Velhal.
Okay.
He was a coach and still is. I've been training under him for the past, I think, three and a half years.
Okay.
And I had contacted him at that time, and the first time I was 16 years old.
Okay.
I met him at a McDonald's over there, and I went to him. I'm like, Chai, I would like to do the race across America.
Oh,
And
first
that
from
was-
Lohegaon to race across America.
I
Oh,
mean,
not bad.
I was so toast after a 20-kilometer ride, and I was like, I want to complete this 4,900 kilometer race, and,
Yeah.
and that also within 12 days, which I think is the solo cutoff. And I mean, it was a little funny at that time for him as well. Of course, he didn't express it, but now he does. So,
Yeah, Chaitanya is a fantastic guy, fantastic
oh yes,
cyclist.
yes,
Yeah.
he's my coach. I have
Yeah.
noticed insane improvements training under him. And I'm honestly not just saying this because I'm a student. I mean, to anybody who is actually looking for a cycling coach who is competent enough, Chaitanya is your man.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, since then I think I've come quite a long way. I used to I used to train a lot outdoors at that time.
Okay.
And he used to give me these workout plans and all of that. And yeah, I mean, training 5 to 6 days a week just
Okay.
kind of brought me here. A lot of these.
That was in
different
2015.
races. No, Chaitanya I had met in early 16, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that time Chaitanya was also in Deccan Cliffhanger and all these ultra cycling
I
races.
think he had won, I think two or three Deccan Cliffhangers, I'm not very sure. Yeah, and he was an Ironman also with that.
Yeah. Okay, so then started your. So what kind of thing? I mean, like endurance or sprint? What kind of cycling do you like
So
most?
probably I do classify myself as an endurance athlete, but I mean, race across America, which was my priority at that point of time, is ultra endurance. you
Okay.
don't classify 5,000 kilometers as just endurance, right? So,
Right, right.
I mean, yeah, so that's ultra endurance. Now my priority is, over the past couple of years, is I've slightly shifted to slightly shorter races. Maybe these 100, 200 kilometer stage races, or
Okay.
these classics that happened in India, like the Pune Baramati that we just spoke about. Yeah.
So how was Pune Baramati experience? Because let's start from the recent one.
It's always a pleasure doing CF
Because
races.
I spotted you during the Pune Ahmednagar race. Yeah, that was fantastic, I think.
Oh, that was lovely, yeah. So, it's always a pleasure doing these CFI races. I mean, you have these guys
Why?
showing up from the entire country, and
Okay.
unfortunately, we don't have a lot of these races. I wish we had more. But, I mean, the cycling community is slowly growing, and these races like Pune Nagar and Pune Baramati, 100, 150 kilometer races, they are absolutely insane. These guys come from these different countries, and they make sure it's not an easy task for you or for anybody else, you know. I mean, towards the last 30, 40 kilometers, there were attacks happening every minute.
Okay.
And counter attacks happening
So
for each one of
you're
them.
just telling me that you had just a difference of 16 seconds, 6 seconds
From the
between
winner.
the first who came first and between you,
Yes.
and in between 16 seconds there are lots of people,
There
lots
were
of
about
riders.
27 people who finished
Oh,
within
no.
those 16 seconds, and I was the 27th person, so...
No, obviously,
Yeah.
you have to quite mature, and you have to be
Yeah.
more trained like
I
that
am
for the
not there
sprint
yet.
and everything. Yeah, that will come. That will come with time. So what is your focus right now?
Right now, I mean, definitely not RAM, but shorter races.
Yeah, RAM
just
is
like
RAM
these
is a
ones.
huge thing.
Just like these ones, these shorter races, which are actually a lot more intense.
Okay.
Which, yeah, so these more intense short races, 100, 200 kilometers, around that much.
Okay, so you don't want to do any Ultra Spice or Great Himalayan Ultra or Deccan Cliffhanger for
Not
that
at the
matter?
moment, no, because my current focus is nationals, the Indian
Okay.
Road National Championships, time trial and the road race. So
Both.
So I believe they're going to be in November this year. But
Yeah.
I believe the
Last year also
location-
it was in November in
Yes,
Kurukshetra. Yeah.
Kurukshetra. That was also a beautiful race which I had attended. Unfortunately, wasn't able to finish.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
That's part of the game. I mean, we all have undergone the same process. That's not a
Yeah.
problem. Okay, so your focus is on national races. So you want to be a pro in cycling?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So if you want, you know that cycling is not cricket in
Yeah,
India.
it's not.
It's not cricket in India.
Yeah.
It because India is not France or Germany or
Right,
Switzerland
right,
or
right,
Austria. So we don't have much of pro cyclist in India
That
in
is
the
correct.
sense. Yeah, obviously you have to survive. So it's a negative energy, negative point that I am raising. Okay, so
That's okay, that's okay, not a problem.
just to discourage you.
Yeah.
So why don't you play cricket?
Why don't I play cricket?
You could have taken up cricket. I mean, if you have a good physique and you with your fitness, you could have been a good cricketer. You could just play one season of IPL or anything.
Right. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's just something about cycling. I read this
Okay.
beautiful quote recently which said that there is the best way to be able to explore the world is on a bicycle.
Okay.
And actually, I have played a lot of cricket in my childhood. I was never good at it, but I played a lot of it. So yeah, cycling is the one sport that I've actually been good at. Played cricket, played football, played a lot of these sports. Was never good enough at them. But cycling is one thing that I'm actually good at. At least I like to think that.
And so you think that you can make a mark in cycling?
I
mean, that's a very
yes.
positive thought,
Yes, I
of
actually
course.
do. I do.
Okay.
Because, I mean, now CFI currently, which is the Cycling Federation of India, these guys and every cycling community which is actually growing in each city of India is doing a fantastic job at bringing up cycling as a sport, not just at the local level or even the state level. We are going national, we are going international.
Okay.
Recently we had 3 or 4 riders represent India at the Asian National Championships.
Right.
Yeah, so
In
that was-
Tashkent, yeah.
in Tashkent, yes. And recently we had another rider named Esau. He had represented
So he's in,
India
yeah,
at,
he's doing fantastic on velodrome and
very good track
ITT
cycling.
also,
So
yeah.
India is going up in cycling, and I think we should see ourselves at the Pro 2 level within the next 10 years, I believe.
Okay, so you are thinking that in another 10 years, India would be in a different league as far as cycling is concerned?
Definitely. At the rate at which it is growing, and at the rate at which I see all of these young riders, and I like to think I'm one of those young riders.
Arham is
progress.
saying, you go, Chinmay. No, of course, Arham is there, and
Yeah.
one thing that always that struck me is that we don't have much of uh, good pro cyclist, maybe because of the we have the talent, maybe because of the grooming factor we don't have. So what is your take on that? You need, I mean, like you, a youngster, if you get good grooming, good coaching, can we, I don't know whether we can have a Peter Sagan.
I think this has more to do with awareness rather
Okay.
than anything else. So, for
If
example,
we can do
yes.
well in cricket, well in hockey,
Yeah.
kabaddi, so why not in cycling?
Now, to be very honest, I mean, cycling is a sport where you cannot sit in a stadium and watch. Road cycling, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about track cycling. So, you cannot sit in a stadium and watch a sport like road cycling. I mean, it is a lot of people don't understand road cycling because of there is a bit of complexity in it to a lot of people. And of course, as I said, that it has a lot to do with awareness. Like, for example, in Belgium, it is almost like a tradition for every father to take his son for a 100-kilometer ride every time he turns 10.
Okay.
I did my first 100-kilometer ride at the age of, I think, 16. For reference, I'm 19 now. So, yeah. So it has a lot to do with guidance, and I don't think that if you have the hard work, if you have the potential, if you're willing to put in the time and the effort under the right guidance, of course, I don't think there's anything you can't achieve, even if that anything is World Championship.
So every year, more or less, 5 to 10 people. Sometimes I have seen two persons also have been sent to Belgium for training.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So if you are given an opportunity to go and train in Belgium, will you do that?
Definitely. There's a lot to learn.
Okay.
And right now,
I mean, so for that, do you think the government is essential to? I mean, the CFI is essential to chip in, or the corporate help? What do you suggest?
To be very honest, I'm not sure because I have not proven myself as that high level of a cyclist as yet.
No, whoever. I mean, it's not about only Chinmay. It can be another Chinmay in maybe from Assam, maybe from Tamil Nadu.
Right.
Not necessarily Chinmay from Pune. So anyone can, if
Of course,
given
I mean,
an opportunity.
If we prove ourselves to them and if they see potential in us, I don't see a reason for them to not support us.
Okay.
Because they are doing a fantastic job at what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and another thing is that, what do you think about our cycling scenario in the Olympics? Because we are not doing much in Olympics like in hockey.
That is
we have to do
correct.
that. So as you are saying that in another 10 years we might be in another position.
Right.
We'll be in a different league as far as professional cycling is
That
concerned.
is correct. Yes.
So you think that we may be in 2020 is quite early.
Yeah.
Maybe 2024 Olympics we can have a good team.
Possibly, definitely. I
Okay.
think we do have a really good shot at it. There's still a lot of training, there's still a lot of work to be done because I think India does slightly lack the infrastructure as compared to the other countries. But we definitely do have a shot at going to that level by the time of 2024.
Okay, and at least in Asian Cycling Championship, I think we are doing good.
Yes,
So-
we are closing up like crazy over there to the pros. I was listening to the interviews of people like Naveen John, and I had
NJ has been there for quite long in the circuit
he has
for the last
actually.
5-6 years almost.
Actually, a lot longer than that.
Lot
I think
longer
he's
than
been
that.
cycling for the past 12 years. Yeah, so I had met him. I had spoken to him about the Asian Cycling Championships, and these guys. He was telling me how absolutely crazy these guys are, and I mean, he was saying that they attack at 400, 500, 600 watts, and that they're just able to sustain for a while. And when they accelerate, there's almost you can do a lot about it, but you need to train for that.
Okay.
And it's actually really difficult to do that.
And
So-
tell me another thing, Chinmay. I am not interrupting you. I mean, these are the common thoughts that have been going on for not only in me, I mean, with other people that I have met. They always say, like, youngsters like you, teenagers like you, they are more inclined to play other games like cricket and everything. Not only cricket, like they might go for swimming and other stuff. Not much in cycling. So, like, your friends, your school and college friends, how did you see them? I mean, are they coming up with cycling as a sport? What is their interest in?
So not a lot of people know about this, but back in school when I was a bit of a cyclist, I wasn't as much into it as I am right now. I was actually teased for being a cyclist.
Oh, yeah. You are with St.
so-
Mary's, I think, yeah.
I was in St. Mary's, yes. I mean, beautiful school, but I was actually made fun of for
And St.
being a
Mary's
cyclist
come up, I mean, not only St. Mary's, there are lots of schools in Pune
Right.
which have come up with fantastic national level sports persons.
Yes,
like
they
in
have.
basketball, like in volleyball, and
Right,
all
right,
this
right.
stuff. So, but not much on cyclists. So that is something that always I mean, I don't know. I mean, I always ask myself, I know if anything that we can do.
I
mean,
think
the
again
whole community can do.
it has something again, as I said, to do with awareness.
Okay.
People don't know much about the sport, and I think the more awareness that goes up, the more cycling picks up in our country, which it will very, very, very soon, because whoever's working behind it is doing a good job at it. I think there will be more awareness, and more people hopefully do get into cycling, and cycling in India will progress quite a lot. At least that's what I do see it.
Because this is the first time that I'm talking to a teenager on my pedal pal live. I mean, I've never talked to a teenager.
Yeah.
I have talked to lots of people, different kind of cyclists, no doubt about that. Cycling tourists and for lots of ultra cyclists, endurance ones, but not a teenager who wants to be a pro and wants to make a mark on the cycling circuit in India. And no, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So that's why I'm here to talk to you. And that's a fantastic thing. And Chinmay, just to wrap it up, so what do you think that you as a cyclist who wants to be a pro, what you should require? I mean, how we can all help you, you and other people. Obviously, you are in with Multifit cycling team right now.
Yes.
So Multifit is obviously supporting you.
Oh, definitely, a lot.
In terms of coaching, in terms of training, and maybe nutrition, hydration, and every other part.
Right.
And so, what help do you need?
Not just on the behalf of me. On the
Yeah,
behalf
I'm talking of not Chinmay as
Yes,
someone
yes.
from Pune. As I told you, Chinmay might be from Madhya Pradesh, he might be from Punjab, and from anywhere.
So on the behalf of the entire road cycling community in India,
So how to grow the sport? That is my question, practically.
There's actually a lot of ways to do that. I mean, now we have this organization called WSSM, and they are creating a really good cycling community in Pune.
Siddharth.
Yes, Siddharth. By having these nice community races every month. And every month we see that more and more people from the entire state and sometimes from the entire country are coming and taking part.
You need
in
more
this race.
competitive such events?
We need to make sure, we need to grow the word, I believe, of cycling and the kind of sport it is. Because for a lot of people, cycling is seen as just a way to commute.
Okay.
Now, when I had gone to my college recently, I had asked one of my college professors if I could take a leave on a particular day because I had the national championships on that day. She asked me which sport, and I'm like, cycling. And then she asked me, is cycling a sport?
Okay, so yes, so that is the thing. The collective awareness is not there.
Exactly. That's what I think one of the biggest reasons or one of the biggest issues that we're facing right now is. Yeah, but I think when that awareness goes up, when people know more about what cycling is and how exactly it is, I think we will have a lot of people actually grow into the sport. Because cycling is not football, cycling is not cricket, cycling is, well, cycling.
Yeah, of course.
It's very different from the other sports.
And what brand you are using right now?
Of my bicycle?
Yeah.
I am currently using a Merida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Merida is a fantastic bike.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic
Yeah.
brand. And what about your nutrition routine pattern?
So right now I am a couple of months away from the nationals, and again I am no professional dietitian or nutritionist, but I am currently focusing on a lot of trial and error because some things might work for some people, some things might not. Of course, the basic principles like loading up on carbs the night before, like slow release carbs. If you slow release carbs the morning before the race, yeah. So just these basic principles I follow, but a lot of it is just trial and error, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever suits best at some point of time.
Following the basic principles, yes.
Okay. Thanks, Chinmay. Thanks a lot
Pleasure's
for
mine.
the fantastic live. Practically, it's not an interview. It's more of a live video.
Yeah.
And best of luck for your future.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so much.
I personally hope that there would be fantastic riders like you. Maybe they would be going to Tour de France, even not
Hopefully.
even not Tour de France.
I would love to see India do
You
such
can go
things.
to Olympics and everywhere.
Right.
Okay, best of luck for that.
Thank you
Chinmay.
so much.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks.